Welcome back. So, as promised, I'm going to be making this video, which is going to cover how you can get a 2.5-pound trigger pull with your Partisan trigger. This is the already modified bolt carrier group I've used. And see, this part is where it's been dremeled. And this is the new Wilson Combat bolt I'm going to do the same to. Unmodified. Now with this Wilson Combat bolt, no need to show it, I can just tell you. I've tried putting this in the gun. It doesn't even seat with the trigger forward or backward. Excuse me on that. It does seat with the hammer forward off of the trigger, but that's the only time it'll seat. Some bolts are like this, like KAK bolts and CMC bolts. But using the same modification, as stated earlier, you can get them to close just as these two are side by side. Modified, unmodified. So to begin the process, we're going to take a Dremel, maybe this model says 62 or 8250, excuse me. We're going to set the power mode to 1.5. We're going to gently begin a grind right at this point of the carrier. And we're just going to make sure we're careful about where we hit, because if you do this too much, you may be able to not use your bolt anymore. So we'll just start by holding it at a slight angle towards these corner points on the carrier. Being that this is made from nickel boron, it's going to take a little longer to Dremel, so even though I'm zoomed out, I need to carefully measure how much I'm taking off each time. Let me bring it closer to the camera and continue. And I do have my trigger scale here, so we'll have a point of reference. Not all bolt carriers are going to get the same trigger pull, but if you get a similar style one, you may end up getting the same result. Okay, turn that off for a second. Now we have the area like this. I'm going to insert it into the weapon and see if it can close without needing to rack the charging handle, or if it's too over large to where it won't close unless the hammer is forward, as referenced just a minute ago. Alright, we're installed. Now this time I can do the charging handle pullback, and it can actually close this time. Before I even milled it just a second ago with that Dremel, it wouldn't even do that unless the hammer was forward. So we have a little bit of an improvement. Trigger pull weight. Alright, functions test is complete. I'm going to set this here. I'm going to get my trigger scale from the other side. If you can't see this on frame, I'll tell you the pull weight I get. I got a 3.5, so we're just looking at a little more grinding. I know it didn't show on frame, but this is as still as I can hold the gun while being able to commemorate this test. So we're going to take it back apart. We're going to take off a little more. And that was for the semi-auto function of just forcibly semi-auto once. All right, with the bolt removed, let's get back to action, yeah? So being that I still had to rack the charging handle to actually get it to close versus racking and not being able to close is somewhat of an upgrade, but we can do a little better than that. So grabbing this Dremel once again, I'm going to go to 2 so we can have some more aggressive action on this metal. Just be careful. Once you mess up, you mess up. Doing my best to keep it on camera. Here we go. And do mind, shave up here too. Don't just keep at the angle. Shave back so you can make a ramp for the lock bar to sit down and get crept onto. Let me stabilize myself. Here we go. It doesn't have to look pretty, but it does have to look right. Alright, this is our updated cut. Insert back to the weapon. Can this beat my fail 0 bolt carrier group? Oh wait, was I able just to put it on there like that? Oh, we got progress. Let me show you. My rear receiver pin is just annoying me today, isn't it? All right. Need to throw some lube on there in a second. We'll do that after. As you can see, we went from having to grab the gun in order to close it to now just being able to ascend it and watch. Clicks right in place. Awesome. No problem. But now let's get an updated read on that trigger pull. Oh, it was already on safe, didn't need to cock it. Oh well. Now let me see if I can capture on frame this time. Okay, this should work. This time I got a 3. Let me retest that. I don't think I was on the bottom of the trigger. Now, as compared to the fail 0 bolt carrier group, the way the thickness of the bolt versus that body, even though it's nearly the same, I believe this has maybe dimensionally 1,000th or so more, to where it just feels a little bit tighter sitting into the receiver as you feel it connecting together. So we'll give that another test. Oh, wait, no, I did not pull the trigger. I did, I just messed up. Not the best at filming, we'll get that figured out. I believe that was a 3, but I did see it strike slightly under. Reset. Loud jet, but I'm speaking loud, just so you can hear me. Calmly pull. Oh, that looked like a 2.5 to me. Now let me test it by my hand, seeing as I'm a pioneer of this mod, and see if it really does feel that way. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now if you're wondering about the pull weight of the FRT mode trigger weight, since now that the safety cam is crushing into there, the weight does change because of the compression and tolerance of the metal. About a 3 point, maybe 2, a quarter, maybe 3.25. Yeah, that about does it for this video. But I'll show the bolts side by side again after doing this mod to show you what is exactly been repaired and or excavated. I ramble a little bit, don't I? Thank you, Mr. Receiver Pin, for getting out of the way. This is my already great bolt versus the Wilson Combat nickel boron 5x6 bolt. Here we have the two together. Now you see what areas to attack and use. And here's an important note. Look at it from the side. See how this angle is ramped? So what that does means is you immediately close your upper and lower receiver. This section of that ramped out cut is going to push down directly onto that lock bar. So as soon as you close it, everything's out of the way and you're ready to go. And this protects the lock bar. Why does it protect the lock bar? Now we have a smooth surface on both edges, though be it slightly jagged, but nowhere near as sharp as before. Hitting the lock bar, it's no longer a bunch of force from 1 point, or 2 points technically because there's here and there, attacking and damaging your lock bar. This will make sure and ensure that your trigger life is going to be much, much longer, and all you have to do is cut out a cheap bolt, just like I did here on this video. If you have any questions and or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, as I'm just trying to quickly make this video. Thank you. Have a good day.